Belly, where are you? 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 Belly, where are you?
What's good, family? It's your man the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy. Where's my doggy at? Shouts out to my doggy. I forgot. In before you man the YB forgot my man's name. My doggy Leonard 100%. Leo coming through and boost the coin up 100%. No doubt about it. Much respect, general. So we just heard there from Oleksandr Usyk. Now, this is the second follow-up that Usyk has pressed Tyson Fury with. Yeah, a few days ago, Usyk came out and said, belly. I can't lie to you. Belly. Very nice. Yeah, his voice, it kills it, man. I love it. Very nice, I like. How much? Your wife knows I like. How much I like. Very nice. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Belly. Belly. I do it, but if I listen, Usyk, man, look at my man. Look at my man's eyes, man. My man's eyes. This guy is what we call sprung. Yeah? Now, Usyk, I think actually Usyk's grown into this whole situation. What do I mean by that? Well, in the AJ fight, listen, yes, Usyk's super confident, yeah, but we're all human. What? In the AJ fight, he was moving up a big way, and not only that, he's fighting one of the most dangerous guys of the last 20 years. Especially at that point. Yes, we'd seen AJ's cherry popped by Ruiz, but still, he was a big, buff, strong-looking ass Nick. Yeah? And Usyk's not the biggest cruiserweight. Usyk went up against Mr. Big Buff, whoever else, Herculean-looking ass, Africanules, and popped him right in his chops twice. But for both of them fights, I got the feeling Usyk wasn't too certain of things. He was quietly confident, but he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't cheesing like he is now. This guy here looks like he's feeling himself, and rightfully so. I've got a video coming soon. Usyk himself said, listen, the Fury fight will be as easy, if not easier, than the AJ fight. Now, I don't know about all that. What I do know is that Usyk's definitely believing that. And this ain't one of them ones, this ain't no Adrian Broner fake news one. We've all seen them fake people before who tell you that it's easier than ever and you know they're lying. But of all the people I may or may not believe, yeah, I believe Usyk when he tells us that he thinks the Fury fight's exactly the same, if not easier, than the AJ fight. Again, after all, people, do not forget, he was coming up from cruiserweight and fighting the most dangerous heavyweight of the last few decades in AJ at the time. That's a fact. Yeah? Fury and Wilder did not want to fight that AJ that Usyk fought. That's not my opinion. That's what history says. They didn't want it. I remember before the Ruiz loss, AJ was on the phone the week before, begging, oh, Fury, please can we sit down? Facts. AJ was begging to get in Fury or Wilder's knickers now. As it happens, he probably would have been washed. But it's nonetheless, what happens after is irrelevant. That's what was happening at the time. So again, Usyk's gone in there, yeah, and popped. Had no problem washing the big, buff, strong AJ. Now he's got Fury in front of him. Now, Usyk doesn't have the Fury who just smoked Wilder twice in front of him. Usyk's got the Fury who just went 50-50 life and death with Chisora. Do you understand? And to be honest, even the Fury who beat Wilder, many people, yeah, myself included, we overlook a lot of things. Meaning what? Well, Wilder, let's not forget, Wilder in that third fight, which is the most recent fight, Wilder put Fury down a few times. Fury was vulnerable in that fight. Fury almost lost to some extent. It's not like he went in there first. Listen, it's not like Usyk yet is psychologically having to deal with fighting with the Fury who beat Wilder the second time. Fury went in there and just washed an athletic, strong, world champion bull in Deontay Wilder. That third fight, though, was anything but. Yes, Fury had more cardio. Yes, Fury won the fight by stoppage, but when you take out the cardio element, it was a pretty close fight. Again, it's not Wilder's fault. It's not Fury's fault that Wilder's got no cardio. It's not Fury's fault Wilder's got no chops. But the fact of the matter is, Usyk here is seeing Fury and he's thinking, wait a minute, Fury doesn't have the best chin because Wilder's put him down twice. Yes, he can recover, but he doesn't have the best chin. Whatever you say about AJ, we've never seen. People haven't been putting down AJ for fun, if that makes sense. He's not any man. So Usyk's looking at Fury saying, you know what, you can be vulnerable. Wilder has made you vulnerable. Bottom line. Not only that, so not only is your defense questionable in that sense, because whatever you say about Fury, his defense weren't that slick not to be put down by Wilder 5 times in a few fights. Now people give Wilder a lot of credit. I don't give Wilder much. Yeah, I give Wilder warrior credit, but I don't give Wilder resume credit. Is Wilder battle tested? He's not, I'm afraid. Wilder's not actually proven he can win in the clutch moments. He hasn't. Wilder has only lost clutch fights. Yes, I give him the Lewis Ortiz fight, but again, he's old. Too old. For me, when opponents get over 50 years old, it just don't have the same ring to it. Yeah, Wilder beating a Lewis Ortiz from the early 2000s, that's something. Wilder beating a 60-year-old man doesn't do it for me. But anyway, back to the point here, people. I mean, look at my man, Usyk here, yeah. He wasn't doing all this for the AJ fight. He was very reserved, and I believe there's a reason for why Usyk's acting this way. Usyk, before the AJ fight, he didn't know. He wasn't in his final form then. Yes, he believed he could beat AJ. He didn't know it, though. Evidence of this, look how Usyk reacted to that second fight. He broke down in tears. It was almost like he's finally, you know what I mean? He's completely made it, if that makes sense. Fully transcended. Is that certified level? There's no questions now. Was it a fluke the first time? Not only was it the fluke the first time, there was questions of AJ's been a long reigning champion, he was off the boil or whatever. That was the best AJ in theory, if you get what I'm saying. AJ was never going to be in any better shape than that second Usyk fight because he's lost. Yeah? So, Usyk not only beat AJ the first time, he comes back and beats the guy who's just lost, which is the hardest guy to beat. There's nothing harder than beating a man who's just lost. Because there's no doubt about it what's coming up next. You're all in. AJ was all of his chips in. And Usyk beat that guy and came through adversity. Now if Usyk, with all due respect to Fury here, if Usyk can weather AJ's... Now AJ wasn't a wrecking ball, I ain't gonna lie to you. But still, in that round 9, AJ was putting shots together, something different. And Usyk not only weathered it, Usyk didn't even really get rocked. He didn't go down. So Usyk's got all this information in his head. All this anticipation of the AJ fight. And now up next he's got the Fury fight, who not only has been undermined by Wilder to some extent, has also now been undermined by Derek Chisora. All the credit we were giving Fury for knocking Wilder out, well really, how much credit do we give a man for knocking a dude with no chin out? That's what Chisora's shown, that Wilder has no chin. That's what that means. Because amazing, people say, YB, you're a Fury hater. Listen, Fury hater. I lost money betting on Fury smoking Chisora. So don't tell me about Fury hater. I was one of the key guys actually banging the Fury drum. I had a few man in my comment section saying, in my DM saying, YB, Fury is not all that, is Mr. Blobby. I said, listen, whatever Fury is, Mr. Blobby or not, end of the day, he's the best we got right now. And end of the day, he washing big buff nicks. That's just the facts. That was, at that point in time, that was the facts. The facts were Fury is the hardest puncher in heavyweight division right now. Bottom line. For what it's worth. A month ago. But now, on January 15th, after I've just watched Fury, and by the way, it's not a case of my opinion. All the Fury fan goes, oh no, he was going easy. Next thing you know, Fury's out there saying, all the clowns who say I went easy, don't know boxing. Derek Chisora's as tough as old boots, and anyone else would have been knocked out. That's what Fury said. And I know, I'm a pretty good judge here, character and vibes. I know when Fury's lying. He was being genuinely honest. I was in there, and Chisora's tough as old boots, and anyone else, because the fact Fury said anyone else would have been knocked out from them shots. That's not something you say if you're having a sparring session. That's something you say when you're genuinely surprised that the guy lasted. Fury was all in there, especially in the first 6 rounds. Yeah, Fury was all in. Digging. And Chisora, who's old, Chisora's never been older than he was in that December Fury fight. Oops. Never been older, never been more washed. And Fury was in there, finding angles, banging away, and the shots were bouncing off an old man. Point? Well, so not only is Wilder undermined Fury's defense, we've now got washed up Chisora undermining Fury's offense. Which, 6 weeks ago, I would have told you Fury has the best offense in the heavyweight boxing scene right now. No one is more vicious and more deadly on the offense than Tyson Fury. That's what I'd have told you after the Dillian Whyte fight and after the Wilder fights. I'd have told you that. But again, I'm not someone who's biased. I go based on the information. Now listen, if Fury had gone in there and done what I bet money on him doing and blowing Derek Chisora's back out, then we'd be in the same. We'd be in a completely different situation right now. I'd be saying, listen, man, Fury's deadly. This guy ain't no joke. He's smoking people's packs for fun. I told you 6 weeks ago, I was saying I'm betting money on Fury stopping Usyk. Now you can forget about that. Because if you can't stop Chisora, I don't care what. Chisora's nowhere near as slick as Usyk. Got nowhere near as good a chops as Usyk. Got nowhere near as fresh as Usyk. The size thing? Size is size. And I'm afraid to say, YB, Fury was too big, too strong. If Fury was too big, too strong, why wasn't he too big, too strong for Chisora over 36 rounds? Oops. And this, I'm all due respect, yeah, Usyk ain't no Chisora. Usyk ain't gonna be. You ain't gonna see Usyk standing there with his hands up like that, just getting clobbered. You ain't gonna see that. He might take 1 or 2, and he's moving and rocking and rolling and whatever else. And that's what makes it scary. Or that's why Chisora really has undermined Fury or Fury's offense, because guess what? It's not like Usyk, or it's not like Chisora yet is like a I think of an example. There's some heavyweight fighters who turn up and they're all a bit, you know what I mean? They're messy with it. They're all just trying to messy. Chisora's literally in front of you all night. There isn't an easier target to hit than Derek Chisora, especially being someone like Tyson Fury, 6'9". To be 6'9", you can't miss the guy. Look at the second fight. The second Chisora fight versus Fury. Perfect example. Fury can't miss against Chisora. Which begs the question, when a man can't miss and he's hitting you all night and you don't score any stoppages, any knockdowns, any KO, it's like, what the fuck? That's fundamental to power punching. Chisora was coming forward all night into said shots and had no problem. And now you want me to believe that somehow magically he's going to blow Usyk out of there? I can't see it myself. If you can't blow old ass Chisora out of there, you can forget about blowing Usyk out of there. He ain't going to be chasing you forward all night with his chin in the air, just getting clobbered. Chisora, yeah. No, Chisora's chin isn't in the air, but for what it's worth, Chisora literally ran into Fury all night. Facts. For 2 fights, for 24 rounds, yeah, Derek Chisora has chased Fury around the ring, running into... Literally, people kind of make jokes and say, oh, he ran into a punch. Listen, let's put jokes to one side. Call a spade a spade. If you're honest with yourself, anyone honest, not trying to suck Fury off, yeah, will admit Derek Chisora has ran into Tyson Fury's hands for 24 rounds. Facts. Straight in. Bong, bong, bong. Getting his Nelly whacked in. And guess what? Never once did he put him down. And that's why people... You see Tyson Fury gone missing. Yeah? And that's why we see Usyk here thriving. There's no other way to explain it. Usyk's quiet. Yeah? Usyk is categorically on the offense right now. Belly. Right? Mugging him. Just muggings. Usyk's doing what Fury usually does to people. Now I'm questioning, what happened to the whole gappy teeth thing? That's what the people. Listen, Tyson Fury. The people want to know what happened to the whole gappy teeth shtick. Now, again, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Let's get some terms and conditions here. I'll still bet on Fury beating Usyk, by the way. So again, but you're hating Fury. Listen, if Fury gets in the ring, I'm backing him to win the fight. I'll put money on that as well for what it's worth. So it's not a case of me hating. I'm just, again, going based on the facts. I'd love nothing more than this fight to be signed and whatever. But the fight, as of today, we're supposed to be like 2 weeks away. The fight's supposed to be in 2 weeks. The fight's supposed to be next month. The fight's supposed to be next month, and Usyk, Mr. Quiet, is out here getting off on Tyson Fury. And I'm enjoying it because it's interesting to see done out. I've never seen this before. I've never seen Tyson Fury mugged off in the media by one of his next opponents. And him saying, I've never seen it. And if I'm wrong, tell me. What fight have you seen Tyson Fury's, especially a big fight like this? Tell me, what big fight have you heard of Tyson Fury's where he goes missing for weeks and doesn't respond to call-outs? And it's all good because, it's not good if you're a Fury fan, but listen, use this guy here, man. He is peaking, and I've seen Fury fangirls in my comment section hoping, Usyk's getting older, and it's just, you wish he's getting older. You best hope he's getting older, because this guy right now, based on all my evidence and information, this guy is peaking right now. There's nothing more dangerous than a man who's feeling himself. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy feeling himself, but not in a weird gassed way. I'm trying to think. Not in the Rolly Romero way. Rolly Romero feels himself because he's about 30 IQ. Yeah, he doesn't have the intelligence to understand he's no good. But Usyk feeling himself is, you know what I mean? He's the 3-belt world champion. He just popped the number 1 guy in his chops. AJ, big buff looking ass Nick. Washed him. And now he's got, hey Belly, where are you? It's muggins. Nothing. There's no other explanation for it. Usyk is out here publicly mugging my man's off. And the question is, where is your man's? Where is he? Where is he? Where is your man's? Where's Fury? Plugging his moody merch again, no doubt, somewhere. What the fuck? Why is it for the first time Fury not responding? I don't understand that. And I think Usyk does understand that. Usyk, yeah, he realises he's only getting... Yeah, look at the two situations. Fury has only got worse in the last month, in that sense. Fury's the one who's expected to stop people and couldn't stop nothing, couldn't punch for toffee. Usyk's just washed AJ, with all due respect. And really, when you look at it, yeah, Usyk had a live opponent in front of him. And Usyk came twice, in fact. Twice Usyk has had AJ in there with him and nearly got the guy out of there. A young, fresh bull in AJ. With all due respect, Fury had Chisora in there, washed a bit, stopped her, and you couldn't even do nothing with him. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a problem. If Usyk can nearly stop AJ and Fury can't stop Chisora, now, boxing triangles don't matter. Don't matter what they matter. That's why you're seeing Usyk out here dragging your mans all over the place. And that's why your man's gone missing. I think potentially, I spoke to people in Fury's camp and they've told me that there's a whole feeling of Tyson Fury having an existential crisis. Yeah, don't forget people, Fury's been built on, especially recently, don't forget, Fury's been bouncing off the walls, feeling himself about the whole Kronk thing. That whole Kronk thing was a shtick. Don't forget that. And he's been riding that Kronk wave. Don't forget, after that second Wilder fight, yeah, Fury came out and said, I've only had 6 weeks with this guy. Imagine what I'm going to be like after a few years. And again, so Mr. I've only had 5 weeks with a Kronk, then goes into the Dillian White fight and smokes Dillian. And after that fight, he said, oh my God, I wish I've only been with Sugar Hill for a year. Imagine, I wish I'd have started my career with Kronk, Sugar Hill. Imagine where I'd be now, I'd be so whatever, but either way I'm there now and whatever else. And again, I got sucked in. I was thinking, damn man, in 5 weeks he turned Fury losing to Wilder in the first fight, in my opinion, to washing him, stopping him in the second fight. Wow, the Kronk, Sugar Hill. Then Fury goes in there, does nothing for 7 rounds, and just clips Dillian White, puts him out. Wow! Honestly. There was a whole bag of roadman in my DMs telling me, YB, you, Dillian White are going to do this, Dillian White are going to do that. Dillian White put his ass to sleep, 100%, twist his ankle up. You know what I'm saying? That's what Fury twist your man's ankle up. Yeah, the bricks and ankle snapper. That's what your man Tyson Fury did. But anyway, so you're putting all that in, yeah? Wow, Fury, the Kronk. Should have started his career with Kronk. Imagine where he'd be now. All that has been building up, and it's the same way you see Usyk here now, feeling himself after washing AJ twice, and you know what I mean, and becoming that kind of transcended form. You got Fury on the flip side, all that built up cronkness and power punching and whatnot. And let's not forget, look at Fury in the pre-fight build-up for the Chisora. He was saying, "Oh, you're getting it. Oh, 6 rounds. Oh, yeah." That's what and he believed it. I believed it. I'll put coins on. He believed it too. Next thing you know, he goes in there, sets about the guy for 20 rounds, and the referee has to jump in to save his KO ratio. I really do. I think that's critical to what we're seeing here. Fury's been riding that wave and riding the wave. Literally going from strength to strength, hasn't he? Riding the wave, one punch KO, one punch man. And it's particularly important to understand this nuance, because it's not just about it's not about Fury riding the wave, it's about where Fury came from. Don't forget, it's very important. Fury was the guy with no power, pillar fisted, do you understand? And that's why I say an existential crisis, because from Fury's mind points of view, he's been riding this wave, and then now the whole shtick's back about this guy's pillar fisted. Can't get an old washed up Chisora out there. What does it do to a man who's been riding this power punching Kronk wave, who now goes 50-50 life and death? And essentially, with all due respect, yeah, that Chisora fight, Fury looked the same as 2014. Let's be real now, call a spade a spade. Fury vs Chisora 2014 and Fury vs Chisora 2022. You show me the difference. What's the difference? They both got stopped in pretty much the same round in the same fashion. Referee jumping in to save the guy. It wasn't a real stoppage. So now Fury's gone from, the Kronk and I should have got here, to really you're back where you started. 2014 life and death with Chisora. 50-50 draw. Yeah? What does that do to a man psychologically who thought he was the next Superman Kronk, and it turns out he's the same guy he was? Tell you what it does. Yeah? All that talk about punching holes through gappy teeth and whatever else, that's gone. Again, not my opinion. I'm just telling you the facts are, where is Tyson Fury talking about gappy teeth? We don't know where he is. We know where Usyk is. Usyk's all in the video. Look at my man, look. Feeling himself, bouncing off the walls. Yeah, popping 2-2 shapes. My man, Usyk, look at my man, look. Yeah? 2-2 jig, 2-2 shapes. Usyk out here, bouncing off the walls, feeling himself. Yeah? Feeling too nice. Can't wait to pop Fury in his chops. Fury is sitting there, no doubt, in a dark room, thinking about what used to be. Oh, I used to be the Kronk one punch man. Now I'm in there 50-50 life and death with Chisora. Yeah? And that's the dangerous thing you see about building things up. Building concepts up. And the evidence shows Fury surely did build up that whole Kronk thing, man. It was pumped beyond recognition. People who don't even know boxing would tell you about Fury and the Kronk. Let's be real now, that's the facts. Yeah? And that explains why Usyk's out here and Fury gone missing. Bottom line, Fury's right now having to deal with this existential crisis he's going through. The power crisis. Because what does a man, if I don't have no power, how am I gonna, I guess you'll have to outbox Usyk. I guess that will have to be. I'll have to try and outbox Usyk then. But going back to the old 2014 outbox, when you've been riding this wave of your one punch man, it's very hard to do. Imagine someone trying to tell Mike Tyson, you're going to have to be an outboxer now. Do you think he's going to go for that? No, he's not. Anyway, Usyk, man, I salute you. I know you saw my video and because this video here came out after my video exposing Fury. So Usyk, when you watch this, yeah, or your team watches this, stay on this. If I was you, every day I'd be out here. Doesn't have to be long. This video is 5 seconds. No more than a minute. No more than 30 seconds a minute. Not even that. Just a few seconds, whatever. I'm just saying, every day or every other day. I'd do it every day for what it's worth. Every day I'd be out here putting little snippets out. Belly. We still haven't earthed me a belly. Yeah, whatever else you want to say. Just get on the muggins train. Because guess what? If he smelt something sweet in you, that's what he'd be doing. Fury's renowned for that. Let's not forget the whole Vlad thing. When Fury thinks there's something sweet about you, he mugs you off. Same as David Big Toe Hay. Yeah, when Fury thinks there's something sweet, he's all over you like a rash. And Usyk right now, he's smelling it. He's smelling the 50-50 draw with Chisora. He's smelling the 50-50 no Kronk having ass power. No Kronk. There was no Kronk in that Chisora fight. I wish there was. Would have saved me a big bag. Trust me, that was one of the biggest losses this year was on that Fury fight. Tragic for me. Then that's people say I'm a big Fury hater. Yeah, that shows you how even I was conditioned. Never mind Fury. Yeah, if me, who's been very skeptical I was one of the original guys talking about Pillar Fist Fury. Yeah, so what? So. Imagine how I've been conditioned, Mr. Pillar Fist, I was the original Pillar Fist. So what did it take to condition my mind into betting big money on Fury blowing out Chisora? If that process can do that to me, what's Fury going through right now? Yeah? To have his head blown up in that way, gassed himself up. Oh, I can't punch for toffee. Oh, I'm back to 2014 going life and death with Chisora. After knocking out Dillian White in one punch and washing Deontay Wilder. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a big step down. And we already know these fighters, yeah, they have huge egos. And even though they have huge egos and huge confidence, it's very fragile confidence. A lot of these guys, yeah, they're fragile in that sense. Look at Fury versus True Geordie. Anyone else would say, listen, True Geordie, you big slaphead. I don't care what you're saying or whatever else. That's what someone with any level of fortitude does. But these divas, they're very fragile. It doesn't take much to prick their bubble, to prick their fake bubble of aura. And there's an old saying with boxers. It's like Mike Tyson and AJ, and to a certain point they have this invincibility cloak. And then the minute that chink gets popped, they're never the same again. Now, Fury was never the big one-punch, Fury never had that Mike Tyson or AJ start to things. Nonetheless, Fury certainly has had that invincibility arc. That's my point. Even though Mike Tyson and AJ may have started with the invincibility thing and then it fell off, regardless of when it starts, Fury, yeah, from Wilder 2 to Chisora has had that invincibility power punching arc. And it's just topped off and fell off a cliff. Yes, Fury hasn't lost, but it's irrelevant. Yes, AJ's lost against Ruiz. The same principle. The principle is, you aren't who you thought you was. AJ thought he was unstoppable, Mike Tyson thought he was unstoppable, until you're not. Fury thought he was a hard punching, one punch guy, Kronk guy, and he's not. We already know Fury's bonce. It's a bit dodgy anyway. I'm telling you now, these athletes, man, they're very insecure. They may give it the big, but at night they sit there and think, what? I was punching Chisora with all I had and he just kept coming forward. These are the questions going through his head right now. I'm telling you now. But I'm the Kronk, but I knocked out Dillian White with one punch. Why was Chisora there storming forward all night? Old ass washed up Chisora. Have I still got it? You know what I mean? They start questioning things. Start questioning himself. And that's why I believe Team Fury. Yeah? That's why you hear Tyson Fury. It's not a big people. Why do you think all of a sudden, I believe before the Chisora fight, I believe Fury was all on the Usyk fight. I really do. And it makes sense. We know that anyway. Well, how do we know that? Well, Fury was saying, not Chisora, get Usyk in there today. Fury wanted Usyk in December. I actually believe that. Because he was coming off the whole Dillian White thing and I'm unstoppable. What's happened is the Chisora fight's happened. You might tell me what you think. Am I talking rubbish or is it a magical coincidence? Fury was begging for the Usyk fight. And then the Chisora fight happens. And this thing I've been explaining has taken place. And now all of a sudden, Mr. I'm begging for Usyk, get him in there ASAP. What do we know happened? Immediately after the Chisora thing. Fury sits there and starts talking about David Price, David Hay, and some other muppet. Yeah? That's all you need to know, Pete. That's the bottom line here. With all due respect to Fury, he weren't talking about David Price until the Chisora flop happened. But trust me, once you've been in there, putting all your effort in, digging away, and your shots are bouncing off Chisora, you best believe you want to go back to David Price. That's where you feel safe. Yeah? Fury feels safe and secure and comfortable and warm and fluffy. Get the plumber in there who hasn't boxed for 5 years. Get him in there. I'll be able to punch. I'll probably be able to knock him out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's done. It's pricked his confidence. I believe before the Chisora fight, Fury believed he'd run through Usyk. I mean, me. I'm not even in Fury's head. I was telling you that. I was telling you, too big, too strong. Fury will punch a hole through. That's what I told you. I was thinking that. Heaven forbid what Fury was thinking. So to go from that, I'm going to run through Usyk, I'm unstoppable, to just went life and death with Chisora. Couldn't do nothing to him. Yeah? Meanwhile, you got Usyk banging your door down, begging to get you in there ASAP. That's how a man starts dropping off the map. Oops. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong. But the things I see, man, it's not good. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. You look at Usyk is gagging for it. He's literally gagging for it here. I've seen thirsty dudes 10 minutes before the club closes. Less on it than this guy. My man fiending for some of that Tyson Fury cooch right now. He's fiending for some of that Tyson Fury cooter. Yeah? Some of that sweet Fury cooter, 100%. Smash the like button, subscribe, black off the bell. There's no doubt about it. 100%.